Hello everybody and welcome to How to Make Your Wife Happy and Healthy. Today we're going to celebrate our 200 subscribers. We have a very special episode ready for you today with a dish I have never cooked before. We'll see what the kids think. And we also have a new utensil for the kitchen in celebration of 200 subscribers. You want to see what it is, what we're going to do? Well, come on everybody, let's get cooking. Today's shout out goes to Nick Anderson. Thanks for being a supporter, Nick. If you want to get a shout out in my next video, stay tuned to the end to find out how. Okay, so we're done here with this brilliant idea to make something for our 200 subscribers special that we've never made before. And she decided that we should do Tuna Noodle Casserole. Okay, for our 200 subscriber celebration video, let's make a dish I've never made before. So we're going to find recipes for the best tuna noodle casserole with mayo? No, casserole recipe. Best tuna noodle casserole recipe. Okay, let's see what we got. The best tuna noodle, best ever tuna noodle from food. Ooh, 206 votes, and it's a 5-star dish. Wow. Sounds like a winner. Chicken soup, egg noodles, albacore tuna, cheddar cheese. Sounds like a very basic tuna noodle casserole dish. So best ever tuna noodle casserole. See full recipe. And here we are. Oh. Mayonnaise, milk, yellow onion. Oh, we'll have to skip the yellow onion. Kids don't like that. Celery. Albacore tuna. Okay. Cooked egg noodles. Okay. Cheddar, cheese, salt, and pepper. All right. Sounds like a very basic, easy recipe. Looks like a good start. Wow, it says it's $2.47 per serving. We'll see about that. In addition to finding the super best recipe for tuna noodle casserole, my daughter said we should add 5 ingredients at random to make it extra special. Okay, one of them she wants is black olives because they don't like that. Black olives. Ooh, mushrooms. What else? Jalapenos. Corn. Okay. Let me type correctly. Sardines. Ooh, I definitely don't want to add sardines into this. Add possibly some beets. Those from the can usually. Okay, pepperoni is a possibility. Radish. Okay, sriracha sauce. And sweet pickles. I'm going to add it anyway, so we can add more than 10. Cumin, cayenne pepper, tofu, tzatziki sauce, black beans. Okay, Halloween colors. Okay, Halloween colors. Okay. Do you want to add one more item? Yeah. What's the last item out if I add 2?
I have an idea.
What?
Candy corn.
Candy corn. Okay.
Because it's around Halloween.
We're watching the screen.
Yeah.
Halloween colors.
The first one is sriracha sauce.
Oh, what is that?
Sriracha sauce.
Ooh.
You know, like instead of, they have tapatio and sriracha.
No.
Sriracha is the one with like the spicy dragon on it, the hot sauce. It's a hot sauce.
Don't know what that is. Clueless number 1.
Okay. We're gonna spin again. This time we get black beans.
That doesn't sound too bad.
You like black beans?
They're okay.
Sardines.
That's mommy's favorite ingredients.
We should be making pizza. Ooh, put random ingredients on a pizza.
I think we should take the sardines to the harbor or the bay area so you can fish.
Halloween colors spin.
That Greek sauce.
What's that Greek sauce?
Are they called gyros that you made? Or like
Gyros.
Euros? Like remember when Daddy made that Greek dish called Euros? Like the
Oh.
meat inside that like white sauce
That sauce wasn't too bad.
that you put on once like the whole entire thing without trying it.
No, it wasn't too bad.
But
I like
the
that
last
sauce.
time we did it, you didn't use any of it.
Because it's better without the sauce.
Special ingredients.
Okay.
Candy corn.
Oh, I hate candy corn. It's so
And
bad.
casserole it won't taste good, but by itself tastes good.
By itself it tastes bad. With anything, it will still taste bad.
Okay, so how do you think the casserole is going to taste? Tuna noodle casserole, those 5 extra ingredients.
Very bad.
For our 200 subscriber special, Happy Healthy Wife said, go ahead and buy something for yourself. And I decided what I really needed was a beautiful new casserole dish. Why? Because I want to make lasagna, I need something big enough. I didn't have anything big enough. So this will be big enough for lasagna. So this is what we'll be using to make the regular tuna noodle casserole in. Here are the ingredients for the best ever tuna noodle casserole. A can of cream of chicken soup. Half a cup of mayonnaise. 1/4 cup of milk. I've been using less milk in my casseroles because the cans of soup have been a lot more creamier than they used to be. They used to use like solid chunks. We'll try the milk and see what happens. Half a cup of diced onion. Half a cup of celery. 6 ounces of Albacore Tuna. Sort it in half 6 ounces, so this is a 5-ounce can. We need 6 ounces of cooked egg noodles, so about a third of this pack or so. 1/4 cup of shredded cheddar cheese. So we're gonna make 1 casserole, standard, see how the kids think about it, because first time making it, you gotta let them try the real thing. But then we're gonna add the 5 special ingredients. So with the special one, we're gonna incorporate sriracha sauce. This isn't sriracha sauce. I took it from the store, put it in the basket. It's on the receipt. But from there, it's a mystery where it went. So we're going to substitute with this Korean bibimbap paste, which is really spicy too. Black beans. Sardines. That Greek sauce. I've made this from scratch before, but for this recipe, why make from scratch? I found it in the store. And lastly, candy corn. So we're going to make 2 casseroles. 1 regular, 1 with all the special ingredients, incorporated somehow. First thing to do for this recipe is preheat your oven. So we're going to set it to 375 degrees. In my family, I always have to check to make sure there's nothing in the oven. We're good. Second thing we're doing is we're heating up the water to boil the noodles, as according to the package. I have 2 pots. One for the regular tuna noodle casserole, and one for the extra special Korean hot pepper paste sauce for the noodles. Okay, let's go. 6 ounces in the regular pot or so. That looks maybe too much. And let's get a little for the extra special one. Oh yeah. There we go. And to see if we can make this taste at least somewhat good, there we go. A good squeeze of red pepper sauce to add to the noodle flavor. To keep your noodles from sticking, make sure you stir them up. It's going to be 7 to 9 minutes before they're done. Stir this one up. It's going to get that extra hot sauce infused into the noodles themselves.
Is that what it actually does? Do noodles soak up water?
Yes.
Oh, that's how it gets infused.
The noodles soak up the water. That's why they become soft. While the noodles are boiling, we're going to prepare the vegetables. For celery, you want to take out the ribs. Not as important when they're going to be cooked in the oven so much, but it's good to take out the ribs when you're doing celery, especially if it's raw. So we're going to peel off a bit and get those ribs out. Then we're going to dice it up. Now you notice the recipe called for a 1/4 cup of diced celery. I'm probably going to have more because we like celery here.
We do?
Well, that's for 1/2 cup, but it looks like we're going to have more because we like celery in casseroles.
We do?
You do, don't we?
I like it in soup.
You don't like it in casserole? Teddy's casserole?
In casserole, they're hard.
Oh,
I like soft celery.
She likes soft celery. Oh. Anyway, this will cut up to about 1/2 cup, 3 stalks. Vegetable knife.
That's the vegetable knife? I thought that was the meat knife. I thought that was also a meat knife.
No, this is vegetables. It's a French chef's knife. It's supposed to cut easily. Alright, let's dice up our celery. Don't forget to wash it first. I guess you can wash it after, but I like to wash it first. Celery is notorious for a vegetable that gets dirt on it.
Or carrots.
Carrots get peeled first.
You do?
Yes, they do. Alright, that looks like about 1/2 cup of celery. Close enough. We'll be putting that in very shortly. No matter. Okay, my daughter said that these noodles weren't spicy enough, so take some more of the
You're going to get it on the counter.
pepper sauce and add it to them. Counters are for wiping. Stir that up. There we go. Now they look pretty red. Ooh, I can now smell the Korean flavors. If you've ever been to a Korean restaurant, you know what that hot pepper spice tastes like.
Do they have hot pepper bulgogi?
No, they don't have hot pepper bulgogi.
Oh. Separate the noodles. More flavor.
We need some noodles. There we go. Alright, so those we put into the casserole dish in a little bit. Huh.
Why are there so many noodles?
First up, we're going to combine into the bowl. I'm going to get all of that out because I need it all, because we're kind of splitting the recipe a little bit.
It should have came out in a can shape.
Yeah, see, that's the thing with these new canned condensed soups. They don't come out can shaped anymore. They're a little more liquidy than they used to be. So I have stopped incorporating milk into my recipes for casseroles usually, because that just makes it too watery. But it doesn't mean you have to stop. I'm going to try, put it in, just go with the recipe as is for this time. And later I might change my mind, but there we go. There's 10.5 ounces of
Cream of chicken?
There's 10.5 ounces of cream of chicken soup. 1/2 cup of mayonnaise goes inside. Kind of makes you think of chicken salad sandwich. Not chicken salad. Tuna salad sandwich. Is that what it's called? What's that order? The sandwich you order at Subway?
The Subway?
Yeah. What do they call it? Tuna?
Yeah, tuna sandwich.
Oh, a tuna sandwich. Just like what you use for tuna sandwiches. A lot of mayonnaise to cover that terrible tuna flavor.
You don't like tuna?
I used to like tuna sandwiches. And a 1/4 cup of milk. 1/4 cup.
What'd you say about the milk being chunky or something?
So the milk used to be used to kind of soften up the condensed soup. But condensed soups are not as hard as they used to be. So this might overly make my soup part too thin. So maybe you might omit the milk from your step. I'm not going to this time. Just going to see. And mix it all together.
And what's this made? What?
So when we make our casseroles, we usually stir together all of the wet ingredients first, and then add all the other ingredients to the wet mixture. Next, we're going to add the celery and the onion. If you like cooked onion, as I do, you would now put the onion at this time. Since my daughter and son don't like onion,
We use invisible onion.
There's no onion inside. Sometimes I use onion powder. That just gives onion flavor without the sweetness. So, I'm not going to compensate for sweetness, so we're just going to not put it in today. Okay, once get all of this together, now we're going to fold in the chicken. We're going to fold in the tuna. Gonna fold in the tuna. Gonna fold in the
Egg noodles.
egg noodles. And fold in the
Shredded cheddar cheese.
shredded cheddar cheese. One at a time.
Mild cheese. No shrimp.
What's first, noodle?
Tuna.
Tuna's first. There's the Albacore tuna. This recipe asks for Albacore. There are other cheaper brands of tuna, but I went with Albacore because that's what it asks for. We're just going to put it in and fold it in. Fold is just a fancy word for don't use an electric mixer or blender. So we're going to chunk it up because that's big pieces of tuna. And chop up the big ones a bit.
Shouldn't you use a knife? Chop, chop, chop.
Chop, yeah, we don't need to chop. Because most of the pieces aren't that big. You notice I'm desperately trying to avoid putting any water inside. This is liquidy enough as it is. Okay. Then we get all the rest of the pieces. More pieces. Good.
The can warned you. It said in water.
Yes, that's why we're not putting water in the casserole dish. With me fingers.
Could you get one that didn't say in water?
You might have some in oil. Okay.
Has to be in something?
Yes. Always. Okay.
More tuna.
Now you could strain out the, but if I put in the juice, it's going to infatuate all of the tuna flavor, all of it. Okay. All right, now you're going to see my folding technique. In other words, gently stir.
I can't fold. It's too hard.
Folding means take the bottom, move it to the top, take the bottom, move it to the top, take the bottom, move it to the top, take the bottom, move it to the top. That's a fold.
Like in baking?
Yes, oh, just like baking. The term was taken from baking. Okay. So we only have 5 ounces of tuna because we didn't have any 6-ounce tuna cans anymore. It was either 5 or 12. And if we don't like, yes. Okay, so we use the same folding technique for the noodles. I'm using a new camera, so I did not realize it cuts off at 10 minutes. My other camera did not cut off at 10. So we fold the noodles using the same technique. Of course, sous chef decided to add a technique, which was turn and fold, turn and fold,
Turn and give
fold.
me a piece.
No, it's not cooked yet. All that doesn't matter. All these foods can be consumed raw.
It can? Can I have a noodle?
I already gave you some noodles.
And you gave me 2 noodles.
Okay, a 1/4 cup of cheese. It's cheaper to buy block cheese and shred it in. So we're going to do about a 1/4 cup. We're going to fold this in as well. About a 1/4 cup of cheese. We use the mild cheddar because my children do not like sharp. Just kind of eyeballing this one. But if you want to measure a 1/4 cup, you can. That's about a 1/4 cup of cheese. Wouldn't you say, sous chef?
No, I'm not good at measuring.
So if you're like my sous chef, you'd actually take out the measuring instrument and measure out your 1/4 cup of cheese.
I smell the tuna. I love that smell.
Maybe one more swipe.
Grating the wrapper.
There we go.
Do we fold that in too?
Yes, so we fold this one in too. The idea is just to not break it up. So bottom to top,
Nice.
bottom to top, bottom to top. As you spin it, you can keep the spoon in the same place. You know, a big wooden spoon would make this go faster.
Why don't you get out a big one spoon?
Because I don't want to dirty another utensil because I'm lazy.
We all know that by now.
I just want to make sure you incorporate everything. Get it all beautifully done. Wonderful. Beautiful. Looks like a beautiful tuna noodle casserole.
Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper to taste.
That's enough pepper.
Might be too much pepper.
2 times as much salt.
No, we're not doing that much salt. All right. Let's add some salt though.
That's a lot of salt.
Oh, that was a lot of salt, she said. Good. So I don't have to put in any more. I'm going to fold in again.
Why is the salt particle so big? They're like...
Because I'm using kosher salt. It's a standard cooking salt. Kosher salt. Bigger particles. You can add more without it being salty. It gives you more control of salt addition.
But can't you like make kosher salt smaller by like chopping it up or something? No? Ooh, we're learning science right now. Kosher salt is a compound, right?
Oh, really?
Salt is a compound.
Yes.
I don't know about kosher.
NaCl.
Salt is a compound. That is a mixture.
Oh.
There are little elements in the salt. Yay! Science!
Okay, now if we were not doing two, I'd pour this whole thing into one casserole dish, but I have to leave some for the extra special casserole. So we're gonna dump.
What about the noodles?
Yeah, those are. Now I'm gonna incorporate the other stuff. Okay, there we go.
Then will you add
Spread
more
it
of
all
the other
out.
ingredients?
It's going to be a thin casserole, isn't it? There we go, a nice, beautiful looking tuna noodle casserole. We'll see if it tastes as good as it looks. For the special one, we get to add the spicy noodles. Sriracha, not sriracha. Sriracha. Well, it's supposed to be
Replacement
sriracha.
sriracha.
There you go. Sriracha substitute Korean noodles. And fold.
That sounded like you're a director and you said, and scene.
Really? That's what they do?
Don't people say like, and scene when something's finished?
And cut. Usually it used to be and cut. Is it and scene now? Is that the new thing?
No, like when you finish the entire thing, it's and scene. When you want to, like, when you're halfway into the thing, you say cut.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, so we've incorporated the sriracha.
In pure olive oil. Fresh from the sea to your table.
So we don't want to overpower sardines. So here's one sardine. Part of a sardine. Another part of a sardine. And just a little more sardine.
Is that the spine?
There we
Are
go.
they whole fish?
That's enough sardines. We're going to add some black beans. Let's see. How much would be good? Maybe 3. Maybe 2.
2. That's enough. That's enough.
That's enough? A little more. There we go. There's enough beans. And now, that Greek sauce. Half a tablespoon-ish. Looks pretty good.
That's enough.
Oh, she wants more. And one last ingredient. Okay, how's that? They're big. Gotta make sure you eat one when you try it. Is that enough? I think I need a couple more.
A couple is 2. You put out 5.
Okay, there we go. That should be enough for the candy corn. See what happens when you bake it at 375 degrees.
Will they melt? Candy corns melt, right?
Oh, I don't know. For how long do we bake it, Camellia?
For 40 to 45 minutes.
40 minutes it is. Okay. All right, now we're going to put it into our other casserole dish. Our baby casserole dish.
Wait, do you add the sriracha on top before you bake it or after?
After.
Okay.
I don't think we need any more though. It's already in the noodles. And we added more to the noodles. I think we're good.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
You can see the candy corn.
Spread around, make it look nice. And voila, the 200 special tuna casserole dish. Now that it's all beautiful in the pan, time to bake it. 375 for 45 minutes. Usually I put it in the center, but we also have our 200 subscribers special casserole.
Ew.
And that goes in right next to it.
I thought you said 40.
For 40 minutes?
40 to 45. You said you wanted 40.
For 40 minutes, because we're running out of time. Oh, look at that. 40 minutes is up. Time to take out the baked tuna casserole. Ooh, smells like tuna. Smells a lot like tuna. Let you get a good look at it. So here's the baked tuna casserole, the regular one. And here is our 200 subscriber special baked tuna casserole. Ooh, look what we found. Sriracha sauce, the finishing touch to the 200 subscriber casserole.
Oh, he's coming out. Oh no.
Okay, so now just try each and just tell us exactly what you think for each one.
Okay. It's too hot to try. I don't even know what these things are.
Tuna.
Pretty sure it's sardines.
No, the big chunk you just had on your forecast tuna.
Okay. Tastes like fish. I don't taste anything else but fish. But it's terrible fish. No, I know it's a mommy cook. Like fish you would eat straight off the hook. Now we're gonna try the good stuff,
That's the sardines.
which I hope is good. Mmm. It smells like cheesy noodles and pasta. That's actually really good. Look at that.
You need to get a chunk of tuna when you eat the cheesy noodles and pasta.
Okay, I got 2 out of here. This is macaroni and cheese, actually.
Teddy just likes tuna
This
casserole.
is,
He doesn't like
this
tuna
is
noodle
basically
casserole.
macaroni and cheese.
See, you need more tuna. There it is.
Let's get some of the tuna piece. That has a tuna piece. That's it. Tuna piece. Try that one.
Well, this one burns off my tongue. I can't even get the tuna on the fork. There we go. Still macaroni and cheese. Tuna really doesn't add much flavor. Just texture.
What fish is this?
Let's get more ingredients in than that.
The beans. The celery. It doesn't taste too bad. What are you talking about, Teddy? It doesn't taste terrible. This tastes edible. And it tastes a little sweet from the candy corn. But if you take out the candy corn, I'd recommend this. It tastes good. I like it. More fish. Do I have to eat the other one now?
Yeah, you're supposed to eat both of them, right? You don't want to eat the regular version?
One more noodle.
Did you get a sardine? That's what I wonder.
No. Fresh sardines.
You see a sardine?
I don't know.
Is this sardine or tuna?
Tuna.
Tuna? That sardine?
Maybe.
No, I can't really taste the difference. Spicy sauce.
We also need to go.
Video.
Hurry up.
Now it's time for the tuna noodle casserole. It tastes very good. I'm just missing a spice element that the sriracha has. I like the spice. And I think there might be a little bit too much salt.
Since you made it this far, why don't you surprise the like button? Just like my kids were surprised by that tuna noodle casserole. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to be notified of all my new videos that come out on Mondays. And just to message those who don't watch this part of the video, go ahead and slip the word salmon somewhere into your comment down below for a chance of a shout out in my next video. Thanks for watching. Have a happy and healthy day.